Back in Congress, a bipartisan group of lawmakers wants to renew and expand compensation for people who were exposed to radiation during the Cold War. More than 30 million tons of uranium were extracted from southern New Mexico in the 1950s and 60s. Western states were exposed to the nuclear fallout, which led to an increased risk of cancer and other diseases. Idaho is one of those states, and Gem State Senator Mike Crapo is co-sponsoring that bill, which would boost protections for people known as downwinders. Our Tristan Lewis spoke with the director of Idaho Downwinders. Tristan, tell us more about this bill and how it helps.
Kim, Senator Crapo and New Mexico Senator Ben Ray Lujan are renewing a push to expand the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, also known as RECA. They want the program to include states like Idaho and extend RECA for another 2 decades. Tona Henderson with Idaho Downwinders applauds this new legislation because she wants all who have been affected to be compensated. For 17 years, Tona Henderson has been working to draw more attention to those exposed to radiation from uranium mining and nuclear testing 70 years ago.
It's not anything I signed up for, but I can't stop now.
That radiation affected several western states in the U.S., including Idaho. Henderson says the aftermath left many in the affected states with cancer and other diseases, including 42 relatives by her count.
Growing up here, it was always a thing of if you didn't die from a car wreck, you died from cancer. And it was just the normal thing of people getting cancer and dying.
She and many others in the western U.S. have been working hard so something like this doesn't happen again close by.
It's difficult to hear the stories, but when you read about them, it's something you're reading. But when you hear it, it's completely different.
While downwinders have been successful in preventing more uranium testing, they're continuing to make a push to recognize all that have been affected.
Idaho was hit far worse, and Montana was hit far worse than any of those communities that have already been compensated.
The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act is currently limited to parts of Nevada, Utah, and Arizona. But lawmakers are pushing to expand RECA to then residents of Colorado, Montana, New Mexico, and Idaho.
We feel that downwinders were used as guinea pigs. No one asked us if we wanted to participate in the Cold War nuclear weapons testing.
The current bill is set to end in July of 2022. If the updated bill passes, downwinders and certain uranium workers could receive $150,000. Which is welcome news after a decades-long fight.
This is a Western issue, and people on the East Coast and people in the Midwest don't understand what's going on, and it's been really difficult to get people to understand, even in this community.
While there are still a few things Henderson would like to see fixed, she's hopeful this bill will pass, and the forgotten will receive recognition.
If it isn't in the news, nobody knows about it. And if you don't learn from history, it will repeat itself.
In addition to the $150,000, the bill would also provide coverage for additional forms of cancer. Lawmakers want to extend the RECA program for another 19 years. Kim?
And when she said if it isn't in the news, that's exactly why we're reporting it tonight. Tristan, thank you.